Hey, Father Taylor here on a rainy Thursday, May 23rd, with your weekly EBlast. First of all, thanks to everybody who helped out and pitched in the week I was gone. Kitty and I went to San Diego. It was great to be down there, caught up with some old friends and met some new friends while Kitty was working Pratt and Whitney. Beautiful place, San Diego. But we're back, and it's time to get back to work, back to worship, back to the joy of the Lord. Here's some things that are coming up for us right now this weekend. So first of all, Sunday, Sunday we have great services coming up for you planned. This is a Trinity Sunday. If you've been an Episcopalian, you may know other churches with names like St. Andrew's use St. Andrew's feast day. That's their patronal feast weekend. Trinity, I don't know that we've ever done that here, at least since I've been here. We've never made a big deal out of it, but it's kind of like celebrate Trinity and the Trinity on Sunday. So we're going to do some special stuff following church, have a little kind of celebration, maybe Trinity cake. Maybe we'll get some symbolic stuff like Neapolitan ice cream, 3 different kinds, all one ice cream. Trinity. So anyway, so we're going to be celebrating the Trinity this weekend. We're also going to talk about what does it mean? What difference does it make for me in my life if I'm going to bed every day? So that's Sunday. Monday's Memorial Day. And if you've been around, you know that it's a big deal here at Trinity Church. Darrowville has its own Memorial Day parade, and we're a part of it. So the parade itself begins around 9 o'clock down by the pub. So at the bottom of the hill, it's about a 9-minute walk. So it's a very short parade, but we walk up and then people gather down in St. Bernard Cemetery down by the flag. It's a very brief service, but there usually is a group of like a fife and drum corps is usually there. There's some remarks, and I do the invocation and the prayer. So you come down there. It's very short, 10 minutes, maybe 15, plus if you include the walk. Then we walk back up the hill, and as we come down the hill, the fire department usually has ice cream, but we always do hot dogs and a bounce house, and we just invite people in. We have cold drinks. We celebrate that. It's something we do every year, and we try to get the community. We invite them in. It doesn't last a long time. I'd say it's an hour tops. So from you, I think if you started at 9, you're really done by 11, and then we do cleanup. Right now, currently, we have 5 volunteers for a bounce house, kids games, and hot dogs, setting up tents and things like that. We only have 5 volunteers, which means we need your help. So you can call Amanda and just let her know, hey, I'm available to help. You can let her know, and you say, I can't carry big things, or I don't want to be in the sun, or you can figure out whatever it is that you can't do, but figure out what you can do, because you certainly can come help. Even if you're just there, we try to show great hospitality to families, because everybody walks right past us to go back to go back home. So we get a lot of traffic, and we want to be able to bless them and show them the Lord, the joy and the love of the Lord. So that's on Monday. A couple of items that are coming up. One is I'm putting together a little kind of ministry piece called Mission in the Last Quarter of Life. Mission in the Last Quarter of Life. Our relationship with the Lord, we derive from him that just as Jesus said, just as the Father sent me, so I am sending you. That doesn't mean you have to go on a crusade or to have a stadium evangelistic event. It just means that wherever you go, you got to recognize that you're a person who is sent. And we are always there to be available in the same way Jesus was available to people. That's everybody's got an individual ministry. Sometimes we do that together. But often what happens is we think about church and church involvement as something which people, do up to a certain age. But that's just not the case. And we are exploring ways, how can we, a church which has at least 50% of our members are pushing 65 and older, how can we mobilize people in the last quarter of their life for God's mission? It's never more than you can do, but there is always something you can do. And so we're trying to explore new ways. What ministries might we be really good at or better at when we're in the last quarter of life? So that's what we're exploring. So if you work for Pratt and Whitney, there's a retirement age. If you work for Jesus, there's no retirement age. And so how do we mobilize people that while still making disciples? So that's coming up. Amanda and I are also working on putting together for something for after Sundays, which will begin in the summer and continue in the fall. And that's a fascinating course, which really is about how do I be aware of what God is doing? How do I join God in prayer and then see God answer that prayer as I adjust my life to God? How does God answer that prayer? It's a very powerful thing. It's based on a book that I read years ago that was used. As a matter of fact, it was used by the folks that planted Valley Brook Church. This was the primary way when you joined the launch team. They had about 50 people. You joined the launch team. This was the book they used to kind of help people get on board for how are we going to do mission. It's a book by a guy whose name is Henry Blackaby, and it's called Experiencing God. It's not a John Steinbeck novel, but it's pretty straightforward. And we're putting that together in a way that we can offer some of that stuff. That connects to our experience of our worship retreat, which was now a couple of Saturdays ago. What a powerful event. People really got over the hump. Worship is not a style. Worship is not music alone. Worship takes many forms, but it always involves our response to God, God's response back to us, and to me individually, and to all of us. And on that Saturday, we ventured into that as a deeper experience. Very, very powerful. I guarantee you, if you spoke to any of the 44 people that went, they will just say it was a very powerful experience of the presence of God. Mostly what people experience is God's love. And when you experience it, some people are just reduced to tears. There's a lot of healing that went on, but it's not just about healing. It's about the presence of the Lord. So getting by walking through a form of worship to actually engaging with the presence of the Holy Spirit in worship. So we got some stuff coming up on that too. So lots of events. Please think about helping out on Monday because we do need some help to pull that together. And I'm praying that the weather is good. I see there's a chance of rain, but it would be better for all of us to have more connections with people if we got a sunny day. So anyway, so God bless you. Keep praying for the God's mission to through us here at Trinity Church, and I hope to see you this weekend.